Welcome back to Random Friends Squad. So this week's topic is show and tell, and I know what you guys are thinking. What, do you guys like getting your ideas from kindergartners now? No. Alright, maybe so. But anyway, I tried to look around the house for something cool and unique to show you guys. And all I really could come up with is my worst eBay purchase ever, which is this Star Wars Episode 3 trailer. And I'm not sure what I was thinking when I bought this thing. I maybe thought that it was going to be worth something someday. I don't even have a way to play it. I don't think any of these guys do as well. I think about the best I could do is try to hold it up to the light and pull real fast. But even then, everything's kind of blurry. It's just text. Ah, I see the little Episode 3 logo there. A waste of money. So then I remembered my girlfriend Crystal has just about every single Garbage Pail Kid card there is made. So I asked her to help me with my video by showing them to you guys.
Hey guys, so I'm here to show you my pretty huge collection of Garbage Pail Kid cards. I'm not sure if any of you are even old enough to remember when these originally came out in 1985, but they started out as part of the Wacky Packages series, which have been around since the 60s. Wacky Packages were parody cards of well-known products you could buy at the store: Juicy Fright instead of Juicy Fruit, Air Witch instead of Air Wick. These are some of the newer ones that have come out more recently, but I've never really been too into those. So in the 80s, Cabbage Patch Kids were all the rage. Every little girl wanted one. So of course, Wacky Packages wanted to make a parody of it. They drew up the artwork of a pretty nasty looking little kid inside the Cabbage Patch Kid box and called it Garbage Pail Kids. Once Topps got a look at him, they liked him so much they decided to release them as their own series of cards, and the Garbage Pail Kids were born. They started in 1985 with Series 1, and they went until 1988 with Series 15. These are some of the packages I have from the original packs from the 80s that I bought on eBay over the years. About 8 years ago, I found a small stack of Garbage Pail Kid cards I had from when I was little. I told Dan I wished I had collected them all, and he told me I should collect them all now. So I went online and was really surprised to find that they were for sale all over eBay. Plus there were Garbage Pail Kid forums where you could buy from and trade with other Garbage Pail Kid collectors. So I started doing that, and after a few years, I ended up collecting most of them. At this point I've stopped because the only ones I don't have are the really rare, hard to find, or expensive ones, and I just can't do that. After years of collecting, I've got about a dozen of these binders full of Garbage Pail Kid cards. I've got the original 15 series from the 1980s, as well as the new ones that started coming out in 2003. Obviously the hardest ones to find are the first series that came out in 1985, but I've managed to build a near-mint, almost complete set of them. Just missing a few of them still. Eventually the Garbage Pail Kids got so popular they were released in other countries besides America. I've got a collection of cards from Italy. They were called the Scorpions. Some of the names are changed to be more applicable to the country that they're from. I started collecting the new series cards as they were coming out, but there got to be too many variations and I just couldn't keep up. I did appreciate the topical humor though, where they made fun of Christina Aguilera, Donald Trump, Justin Timberlake, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Some of those were pretty funny. One of my favorite cards from the new series is Halloween. The variation of this card is Jack-o'-lantern, because each Garbage Pail Kid card has an A and B variation with the same artwork and two different names. This one's got a pumpkin being carved for Halloween, and in the knife you can see the reflection of a screaming lady. It's kind of neat and subtle. I also like the artwork on the Tom Turkey card. This one I happen to have signed by the artist, which is kind of a neat little variation to have. Another cool thing about the new series was the addition of a new artist, Luis Diaz, who's about my age and grew up collecting the cards just like I did. He did a bunch of the artwork for the new series and also released Garbage Parody Kids, which are hand-drawn and limited to 100 per drawing. I managed to get a few of these through the forums directly from him. This one's a Darth Vader, number 54 of 100. I've got the Matrix, number 54 of 100, and number 5 of 100 of the Spider-Man. So that's just some of my collection. I didn't even get started on my keychains, the movie, the cartoon, the t-shirt I actually own. I'll have to save all that for another day. Till then, catch you guys next week on Random Friends Squad. Any of you are even old enough to remember when these first came out in 1985? Fuck off! I hope you're having fun on your fucking ride! Asshole. Air Witch instead of Air Wick. These are a few of This is my last one. We're doing this and it's fucking going, and if I fuck up, you can eat it and edit it out.
If I eat it, how am I gonna edit it?
I don't give a fuck what you do with it.